Hey guys, Nick here from S2 Strategic Defense, and in this video we're going to be talking about, is martial arts good for learning self-defense? And if so, which martial arts you should be training. Stay tuned. Alright guys, so I got another email just last week from one of our YouTube and Facebook subscribers for my martial arts academy. And I get the same email probably 5 to 6 times a month. So I figured I'd make this video and try to help out more than one person at a time. Number 5 for me is either wrestling or judo. They deal with the standing grappling part of it. Now, the standing grappling aspect is a turning point in any combative situation. You might be lighting someone up, okay, and then they turn around and lock up on you and throw you and drop your head to the asphalt. Suddenly, shit has changed, okay? So I think wrestling and judo help you not only take somebody down, but to prevent takedowns and to understand what that standing grappling range is all about. So number 5 for me is either wrestling or judo. Number 4 for me is Muay Thai. I love the striking arts of Muay Thai. Punches, kicks, elbows, knees, the neck clinch, it's all good. But what I really like about Muay Thai is that it's a hard conditioned art, and there's a mindset that develops. Everything that you throw is done so with bad intentions. They just want to break everything, okay? So, and I really love that. That's an instinct that needs to get honed in and sharpened in, that I think Muay Thai really does a great job of doing that. Number 3 on my list is Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. Now, there's a lot of controversy with Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. Some people say, well, I wouldn't look for an armbar in a street fight. Well, guess what? They probably wouldn't either, okay? But the fact of the matter is that if you get taken down and your back's to the asphalt or the gravel or the snow or the grass, you need to learn how to navigate the ground, how to get back to your feet, how to escape chokes, how to prevent some striking, okay? Nothing teaches you how to navigate the ground, get back to your feet, or stay on the ground and have positional dominance on somebody like Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. And I know there's a lot of rules in Jiu-Jitsu. That's a training method. If you can't beat a Jiu-Jitsu practitioner with rules, then what makes you think that you can do it without the rules, okay? So Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu is very analogous to me as swimming. I don't need to learn how to swim until somebody throws my ass into the ocean. If I get thrown into the ocean, I need to know how to swim right now or I drown, okay? Jiu-Jitsu is the same way. If I get taken down to the ground, I need to either know how to be on the ground or I'm screwed. So Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu is my number 3. Number 2 for me is Kali, Filipino martial arts. Nothing teaches you weaponry like the Filipino martial arts. Edge weapons and impact weapons, multiple weapons, flexible weapons, it's all there. Now, you know, some people look at some of those training drills and they say, oh, the Kali guys are just clacking sticks or they're not doing anything. Let me tell you something. Weaponry enhances your attributes, line familiarization, distancing, timing, rhythm. That's what those drills are actually there for. Those are applicable skills in unarmed combat as well, okay? But you really supercharge those attributes by having a weapon. If you don't get out of the way and I'm swinging a rattan stick at 95, 100 mile an hour, you're kind of going to be in some pain. So nothing teaches you weaponry and nothing supercharges your functional attributes like Kali. I've seen other weapon systems out there. I think they're kind of hokey. Philippines really have this thing down to a science. So number 2 for me is Filipino Kali. Number 1 for me is tried and true, deep in my heart, is Jeet Kune, okay? Now, Jeet Kune, by our own design and by our own fault, we divide ourselves into 2 families. You have the traditional purist guys who go by the name Original JKD, and then you have the JKD Concepts guys. I wouldn't negate either one of them, okay? I've met guys from the traditional side who are just awesome. I know guys from the concept side that are just awesome, okay? I personally, my personal opinion, my experience is I like the JKD concepts. I feel like the implementation of weaponry, the implementation of grappling, the implementation of ground fighting is much greater in the JKD concepts things, and I think it's just evolved more. Now the traditional guys will look at us and say, well, we're not even doing JKD. We look at the traditional guys and say, well, you guys are prehistoric. So who's gonna win that argument? Well, whatever you like. But it teaches you how to research, how to develop, and how to develop your own game, okay? So number one for me is Jeet Kune Do. First and foremost, martial arts training is about you. It's not about the art, it's not about the system, and it's not about the style. It's about the individual. If you don't develop a bunch of skill sets to functionalize techniques, then having 10,000 techniques under your belt isn't going to help you. You need attributes to make those things live. The goal is to have 5 to 8 techniques that you can hammer out anywhere, okay? So make it about you. Find the answers that you're looking for, and then move on to the next question. Find the answers for that, all right? And then you might start off doing something and end up doing something else. That's okay, all right? That's perfectly fine. That's part of the evolution. The second thing I'd like to point out is, again, combat itself is very dynamic. It starts off striking, people lock up, they trip or fall or get thrown to the ground. One person gets on top of the other, starts pummeling the other guy. Somebody pulls out a knife. Now his buddies are coming. You see how many variables get involved? One place is not going to give you all of the answers. You have to research and develop a little bit. So the journey takes time, it takes training, and it takes a little bit of patience to wholeheartedly understand what you got going on. You need to be competent in many things to be effective and efficient in self-defense.